So guys, John Ryder destroys Bilal Akkaway in 3 rounds. Guys, there was no footage of this fight, and I tried to find it on YouTube. I couldn't find it, but apparently John Ryder won quite comfortably in the end. The reason why I wanted to make this video is to talk about John Ryder's future. Obviously, he got rid of this guy, and he was a heavy favorite. This guy was from Australian, because I saw a preview in Australia, and they were saying this is a big ask for Bilal Akkaway, and they were advertising it as a world title shot, but it wasn't a world title shot. John Ryder's not a world champion. John Ryder's now the mandatory for a world title shot against Callum Smith. This wasn't for any world title. I don't know whether it was for the regular belt. If you guys can update me on that, but they were promoting this as a world title shot. I don't know where John Ryder's become world champion, but I don't know. Maybe he holds a regular belt. I don't know. I can't say, but I think John Ryder in a post-fight interview with IFL TV was saying that he would like to fight Callum Smith, and he's going to have to wait for that shot. Now, Callum Smith wants a unification fight. However, now that Gilberto Ramirez, a guy that he wanted to unify with, has gone up. However, Billy Joe now is fighting for the vacant world title, and there's a unification fight to be made between Smith and Saunders, which would be a very interesting fight. Also, there's Caleb Plant and Smith that can be made, and I think Smith beats Caleb Plant. I think Smith beats Billy Joe in the super middleweight. I think Smith is a serious player in this super middleweight division. I do think that, you know, John Ryder's a good fighter. However, I do think Smith is a level above, and I think Smith would destroy. Not to be disrespectful to Ryder, he's a good fighter. He's tough, and he's had a good run. But I just think that if I'm honest with you, he beat Jamie Cox, who George Groves beat, and that was a good win for him. But I think Callum Smith is very big and strong for the weight, and I just think he may be too much for someone like John Ryder. However, John Ryder is a good fighter. He deserves respect, and he has earned his shot at a WBA world title. So, you know, he deserves his shot against Callum Smith. I do think Callum Smith, for me, is the best super middleweight in the world. I think Plant could give him some trouble with his boxing ability, however, and he's tall, but however, I think Smith will get to him and stop him. I think Smith is the real deal. Like, you know, the way he was fought against George Grove, he was so patient, and then eventually took him out. You know, I don't really see anyone in the super middleweight division right now that's that much of an interesting. You know, they're not any super fights. I think Ryder will come and give it his all against Smith. I just think Smith is too good. And I realised that early on in Callum Smith's career that he's a serious talent. But like I said, Ryder's earned his shot. He won this fight against Bilal Akkaway in emphatic fashion, and he's been on a good run, so he deserves his WBA title shot. However, I do think he may come unstuck against Callum Smith. But who knows, you know, it's boxing. It just takes a punch. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think of John Ryder destroying Bilal Akkaway in 3 rounds. Did you watch the fight? Were you up at the time? There's not much footage of it, so I couldn't get hold of it. But leave your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.